Hey, short video here for those who are trying to figure out how to be more successful in life and more specifically at work in your vocation. The thing that I found that impacted my success more than anything else, as well as most people that I've sort of been tracking, is how badly they wanted to be successful. Now, I know that doesn't help you to just say, have more drive, want it more, but it really does start there. What I found is that when you want it bad enough, you're willing to adapt yourself to the environment or maybe to the ideals of that vocation that would make you better. So example is when I got into law enforcement, I so badly wanted to be a really good cop that I would find myself asking myself questions like, what do good cops do well? How do they think? How do they act? What kind of emotional control do they have? What do they value? And I adapted myself to those types of things. I started to think and act and talk and really set my entire life up in a way that would make sense. Now, we all do that at different things in life, right? If you've ever become a parent, which I'm not, but I'm sure if you're a parent of children, you understand this, you change. You start asking yourself, what would a good mother do or what would a good father do? And your whole value system reorients itself around that child because that's something you want really bad. What I'm talking about is tapping into that part of you to replicate the change that you were able to make when you had a child to work in the job that you're at, okay? I see this come up a lot with people that get into sales, but they don't adapt into a sales mentality. If you had a different type of a mindset, let's say that you worked in a position where accuracy was really, really important. You were an accountant or a bookkeeper or a logistics person, and you had to be really accurate. Well, now if you get into a position where you have to be very creative, you're gonna struggle until your mind can reorient itself and start to value things like creativity, which is what you need in that new environment. Or in sales, maybe personability, charisma. Those are all things that you didn't value what you did in the job you had before, but they really matter now. And conversely, let's say you were a salesperson and you lost your job and now you're a manager. Well, if you catch yourself trying to sell yourself to the people that you're working for, that may be great, but if you don't actually solve problems or you can't hold them accountable or you can't streamline systems, you won't be a good manager. So what I'm getting at here is that the key to success is adapting to the environment or taking on the ideals and the values of the position that you're in, specifically what will make you better at that job. And the driving force behind that, because change is hard, is how bad you actually want to be successful. So if you're catching yourself in ways that you're trying to numb yourself, like you don't want rejection, so you're telling yourself, well, I don't care about that anyways. You're robbing yourself of the desire to be successful. You are likely robbing yourself of what you need to make the changes that are required to be good in that role. And to sum this all up, if you want to be better where you're at, you need to ask yourself, what would it take to be better at this job, to be better at this opportunity? And the shortcut is you can look at people who are already doing better than you. So when I became a cop, I looked at the top cops, I looked at the ones everyone respected, and I said, what's that person like? And I tried to emulate as much as I could what they valued, what they did, how they structured their life. They became a mentor to me, even though they didn't know it. So think right now about the people that are in the job you have that are crushing it, they're doing way better than you, and ask yourself, how can you be more like them?